So welcome to vlog number 2. This is VidCon day 2. I'm on my way to a signing, but before I went to breakfast at IHOP, and yeah, so now I'm on my way to the Will and RJ, so Shep 689 signing. But yeah, see you guys there. Okay, so I actually decided that I'm not going to that one because it's not, okay, so the reason why I'm not is because what's it called? It's the two that I thought were gonna, okay, so I thought that Will and RJ's was supposed to be today, but it's actually tomorrow. And they switched the dates for Will and RJ's and Stacy's. Stacy's was supposed to be on Friday, and it is Friday, obviously, but so was Will's. And so I thought this one was Will's, but Will's has actually got switched to Saturday. So that's that. But now I'm gonna go meet up with some friends, so we're gonna go do that.
And I saw him at Starbucks and we're gonna get them.
Really? Okay, so how many babies are you thinking? 1, 2?
Like 5.
Okay, 5 babies?
Yeah.
When are you gonna start this process?
I'm literally about to ask him out. Like next time I see him, we have free time.
So the third time, then you're gonna say, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And you never know.
Yeah, like I saw him in Vegas and I was like,
Oh, this is perfect. Okay, shaded, we're good. Okay.
So it's like
I got off my
115.
plane, they
so
said
excited to get back.
120.
Oh my god.
I'm not staying.
There's it in it, that's why.
But it's not like
Yeah.
sticky humid, so I guess that's
Yeah.
good.
when I'm flying over on the map, it says like Death Valley.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Death Valley's like an hour away
America's so
from.
aggressive.
It's like an hour away from Vegas.
I will say that till the day I die. Like that is like, come on, that's.
No, I know.
Spirit animal.
I know you must have already imagined it in your head. What would the video look like? What are you wearing? What are you doing?
What am I wearing? I don't know. Some devil with like spikes. I'm wearing some big ass boots. She's gonna be like probably naked or something. I don't know. It's gonna be hot. I can see the future. Crystal ball. Come on. I don't know.
What would the song be about?
What would the song be about? Gender roles. And it'd be called, I can wear a dress if I want. And it goes, I can wear a dress if I want. I can wear a dress if I want. So it goes, I already sang it.
Right off the stage in the recording studio. Actually, People is partnering with a PSA that Lady Gaga is putting together called Harassment that focuses on promoting positivity rather than negativity, online and in the comments and such like that. Obviously, you put yourself out there and you have amazing fans like this, but
I'm zooming in on Casper and Joe and Sawyer. They're all at the pool. Is that Casper? Yeah, hold on. That's Casper, I think. It's hard to tell who is who because it's kind of blurry, but I think that's Casper or Joe, one of them. That's Casper. Ah! Wait, let me see.
I met Marcus.
It's balloony. Damn. Wait, do the small one again.
Look at Marcus.
You guys are like walking.
Your hand. I'm so done.
you so much, Connor. Thank you.
Yes.
I can't. Or when you're trying to, when you're trying to run down the street, you're pressing the space bar and the arrow button, so you're jumping and running. It's like, it's dead ass this. Oh, there's a car! My least favorite thing about Toontown is that
You keep talking.
live Toontown, bitch. I had a motherfucking 124 last point character.
Yo, I played Neopet.
Okay, you guys, so for day 2 of Vidcon, this is what I got. I got a NYX Cosmetics bag. It's like a kind of like tote bag, and I'm filming this in the bathroom, as you can tell. That's like all my like hygiene stuff. But anyway, so yeah, I got a NYX Professional Makeup tote bag, and then inside is where I put all of the things I got. So I got a Joey Graceffa bracelet. It's his new line. He has a new line of jewelry that he just started, and it's called Crystal Wolf, I believe. And I got this bracelet at Vidcon at his booth, and it has like 2 different gems, and I think that it's super cute, and it's super nice, and it's elastic and everything. Then I also got some more NYX, I guess, like little cards. So I got that, and I also got some Joey stickers and some information about his crystals, and then some person gave me their business card. And then I also got a couple of the new NYX Cosmic Metals. I bought this one, and I also bought this one. And I got another free one, and I got this one for free. It's like a lighter green, a kind of dark green almost. And then I also have my wristband from the line that I went to, the signings. And then I also have my free Vidcon shirt for this year, which looks like this. Let me open it for you guys. It's a number 7 for 7th annual. It's a purple shirt, and it's a number 7 made out of YouTube playlists with play buttons, and then a Vidcon 7th annual theme. It's purple. It's really cute, really nice. And lastly, I got a little bag of Jelly Bellies from the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled booth. So yeah, so that's all I got for day 2 of Vidcon. Okay, you guys, so it's hella late right now. It's like 2 in the morning, and I'm actually getting ready to go back into the room. I'm actually on my floor, and I'm about to go to my room. But I am so tired, and my legs hurt really bad. But today was super fun. I met a lot of people, and we had a crazy time. I have a lot to talk about actually, so I'm gonna try to talk about it as much as I can. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget anything. So let me just make sure I know what I'm talking about, because it's really late, and like I feel like I'm gonna mess like a detail up or something. Okay, so what I have to tell you guys is that we met Joe Sugg and Marcus today, Marcus Butler, and we talked about like politics, like European politics, because today was like the ruling where like the UK decided to leave the European Union, which is crazy. Like that's like literally what you think of when you think of Europe. You think of literally the UK. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we're talking about that, and so like literally all of us were like, okay, you know, you're like best friends now when you talk about politics, like European politics, like. That's crazy, but random. And it was really random too. But we had like full-on conversations with Marcus Butler and Joe Sugg, and yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah, and who was it? I think it was, yeah, Joe he complimented my shirt. It says #LoveWins, and he complimented it, and he was like, oh my god, that's a really nice shirt, I love it. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And then so I was like, that's pretty cool. And we met them at the pool randomly. It was like fate, because we're like, should we go to the pool? And then we went over there not knowing that anyone was gonna be there, like not even a YouTuber was gonna be there. And when we got in there, they were all there. We're like, what? It was crazy, so it was pretty cool. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned this last night, but Grace Helbig like complimented my shirt, like, because I was wearing a Marina shirt, and a lot of people are complimenting my shirt, but I was wearing a Marina shirt and she was like, oh my god, I love it, like Marina's like, she's really good, I love her. I'm like, I know, she's amazing. And so we had like a full-on conversation about Marina, and we were talking about like the I Am Not a Robot music video, and we're like, it was so good and her makeup was amazing, and like we literally bonded over that, and I was like, oh, it's so beautiful. Like Grace Helbig, she's so sweet, she's so sweet, I love her. Oh, and also like about Joe, we were talking, and like it was funny because like we were just randomly talking. He's like, oh yeah, where are you guys from? And we're like, Vegas. And he's like, oh, I'm going there next week for like my like we're shooting some of our film. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then we weren't gonna be like nosy and be like, oh, what hotel, but he told us. And so I mean, I'm not gonna tell you guys because I don't know if he wanted that out there, you know, but I know. Benefits of living in Vegas. The only benefits. Okay, yeah, and then after that, we went back to the lobby like a little bit later, and I met Jordan Dow, and he's such a sweetheart. Like, he's so nice, and I've met him before. I've met him a couple times actually, but this time was funny because I was like, oh, can I get a picture? And so he literally gave me like this huge hug and like squeezed me really tight, and then he whispered in my ear, he was like, by the way, I'm not really sober. And then he like laughed in my ear, and it was like tickled, but it was funny, and I started laughing. And so we hugged, and then he let me get a picture, and then yeah, he hugged me again, and then yeah. So I thought that was really cute and really fun, and he's just so nice. Like, he's like one of those good ones. Like, it's so nice, and he was like so sweet, so it was all nice and everything. And then also later tonight, two things happened. So we were standing outside, like where the Ubers pick up the YouTubers so that they don't get like mobbed or anything. And we were just standing out there, and I met Ricky Dillon, and he like, okay, so I asked him for a picture, and he was like being really funny. He was like joking around. He was like, yes, wait, no. And he's like, what would you do if I said that to you? And I'm like, oh, I mean, I would respect it. And he's like, oh, well, that's good. And then we started talking about how like some people are kind of fake like that, and they'll just like act like they're too good enough for it, you know? And so he was just laughing. We were all joking about that. And then I got a picture from him, and he did a pose where he was like pressing his face against my cheek, and it looked like he was trying to kiss my cheek. And so we took a picture and all that, and it was like super cute, and I was like, oh my god, that was funny. And then after we hugged again, and then I was like, okay, well, it's nice meeting you. And then he like touched my chest weirdly, and then like it like was kind of like a you know when like two hands touch but they kind of like drift apart and they're still like low-key touching until they're both apart? That's kind of like how it was when he hugged me. Like, his arm like was like slowly slipping off of my arm. I was like, that's kind of weird, but I mean it wasn't weird. I mean, obviously it's not weird because it's a YouTuber, but I was just like, oh, I didn't expect that, and I was like, okay, whatever. So then after, he's like, oh, I hope you have a good night and all that, and I was like, oh, okay, you too. And then after that, we were like waiting still like longer because we thought that Connor Franta was gonna come back because he left to go to one of his like, I guess, parties or something that he does, and we were just waiting there, and like by the time that like we were like, ugh, whatever, let's just go back into the lobby. We went in the lobby, and then we came back out. 2 seconds later, he walked out of the car and was walking in, and I was like, oh my god, can I get a picture with you? And so we got a picture with him, and he was so nice and everything. So yeah, that's what happened. And yeah, but I'm sorry I didn't vlog that much of like super good content like I usually do, like last year's vlog. It's just that I've been so caught up like doing a lot of things with like my friends, and it's kind of weird to just pull out a vlogging camera randomly. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and end day 2 of VidCon, and I'll see you guys all in the next vlog. So thank you for watching. Bye.